Good afternoon everyone, and welcome to another intraday video day. This time around we're gonna make a future, and let's put it that way, an extremely optimistic video about the euro dollar. What I'm trying to say with this is a count that it looks, and this is amazing, like what's happening sometimes is that sometimes the less likable counts, they are becoming reality. And then we've been saying how hard it is for a while to count the euro dollar bearish as an impulse, and this congestion area right here, we've been looking at like a double zigzag, some people labeling as a triangle. Only one person that I know being laboring as an impulse to the downside. I don't agree with his count. There's some different things on the count, but technically I'm going to show you a realistic way also to see the euro to 97 to 107 in the fast track. As a waiver and as a trader, I always say no buyers and always trade what you see. And it's a long run. I mean, here, remember, we're talking about, we are almost at 133.40, 134, and the target is 107, so we're almost 3,000 picks away of the price. So we got a way to run this way right here. Now, what I mean is, right here we are creating separation, and I was looking on my daily indicator, and I noticing that the daily is bearish. And with that in mind, it comes to my mind and say, so even though I see a bounce coming in, and now we've been calling a bounce for the last 2 weeks, and technically the bounce has happened, but it hasn't happened the degree of bounce that we were expecting. So with that in mind, I mean, for the last 24 hours, 48 hours, I've been guessing the idea of the bounce. I see the market correlation, I see everything, and we see a bounce coming in. But I think it's about the time that we present as a service. Anyone can take the way they want it. Anyone can make the decision that they want it. And that's what about the service. The service is not having a bias. The service is one day one thing can look one way, the other day can look other way around. It's not like forcing a bias. So let's get into the counts, and we're gonna see this. This is wave 1. Everyone knows that, or whatever. WSA, if it goes from 97, and then we got A and B. We always were thinking in this recovery about a flat. We always were thinking here about a flat. Now, this is the euro dollar only. Two ways to look at it. Either like we expressed yesterday, which is also bearish, but at the same time being bearish do not mean to go down fast and in 5 ways, or this way, which is ultra bearish, in other way around. This way the euro dollar is gonna drop fast. We always say this: in a triangle when it fell many times becomes a nest. And then with that in mind, let's take a look at this little thing right here in the daily, right? But well, it's a flat like A, B, and then we're gonna go down and see in 5 weeks. Now, I tell you this, guys, the other counts that we've been presenting is being presented only because the idea that is more logical, that is goes better with the idea of the contraction here in the middle. But this one is ultra bearish. And then there is another one that is like Lewis presented there, is the triangle. But well, I want to show you guys the flat. I want to show you the flat and how the flat can go pretty well with this scenario in case that this breakdown. Okay, this is the other scenario, which is the one that Lewis just presented. It's been a while. It's like W and then A, B, C. It's gonna go here around 129 something and change, and then higher and lower. But well, let's concentrate in the flat. In the flat, we got A and B, and we're gonna go down and see. For that, let's take a look at the daily chart. This is the laboring in the daily chart as a flat. Let me adjust it here. And I'm going to tell you what I like and why I don't like. Okay? It goes like this. Wave 1, wave 2, and then a 1, a 2, a 1, a 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, is that being the case, I want you guys to notice this. If you take a figure from here to here, when wave 3 should end, wave 3 should end at the 1.618 of wave 2. And guess what? That's the low right there by the pit. And that, even though I tell you the truth, this is not my preferred count. I'm expecting a bounce, but in a double zigzag, also this is getting too much separation compared, I don't know, it's too sharp. This wave right here, too sharp. Now, if the flat is in place, what you got from here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't like the wave 4 too big, but well, there is no overlapping. It can be there. Now, you got 1, 2, 3, and then if you take a figure from here, it went around the 23.6, and it looks like it's going down. If it's going down, the next level is the 129.45 area, which is the 2.618 of the following nest. Now, two things that I don't like about this count. First one, this right here in my book looks better as a 3 than as a 5. This one is okay as a 5 because it is a 5, even though the biggest correction is on the middle. But this one counts better as a 5. This one is very questionable as a 5. So this is the plan. Like everything in life, there is no any straight line in this type of market. Let's say now that the euro decline. If you take the euro now and you say that this is the 3 and we are in 5, and you mention wave 1 and you put it on top of wave 4, the equal 5 equals 1 comes exactly at the 2618 of the following nest. Very interesting. So we're gonna wait on Sunday. We're gonna wait on Sunday for the retracement or when the bounce happen, and we're gonna try to see how the recovery comes. Now, ideally he goes to 129.45, but 132.84 is also a very interesting area, together with the 131.57, another interesting area. Now, the 3 equal twice the distant of 1s comes around 132.84 area, which is also the inverse level of wave 4. And another important thing is right here, if you measure this, from here to here, that's also the 618 of this leg. So very interesting. I mean, the thing that I like the most is that I have, because this is a downside move, it looks like. Now, like as I mentioned, this low also is the 76.4 by the peak of this move, this wave. But well, this wave in some degrees is not related to this one. People gonna buy there only because of the idea that people, the bullish guys, they're always gonna buy on the previous leg favor relationship if they don't use Elliott Wave. But like I say, being this low right here, the 1.618 by the pit right there. Let me trace it pretty well. Look, it's by the pit. It was 54, the low was 62, so it's very close in almost a 1200 pips move. So technically speaking, being that the low, it's very suspicious. Maybe we got a small wave 4 and we never got a wave C or 4 because this being too close. And maybe what we have in here is a move like the one that we've witnessed today, when a possible triangle at the top is become an impulse. And that's why last night you saw coming out of the contraction on the top a 3-4, and it tricked you out. Next, they are very tricky, guys. So as a service, I want you to I think it's time right now to provide this. Still, it's not my favorite count. Still, we believe that the dollar is here to stay. But I think that something that we need to consider here, and that's the toughest part of the service, is that's why you're never gonna be right 100%, because you need data. And as far as you get in data, if you know what you're doing with Elliott Wave, you're gonna be able to get a lot of info, and you're gonna, at the end, you're gonna get the counts right. So keep that in mind. If that's the case, let's say it goes to 129 or 129, which is from this area is the 2.618, and then this is gonna become a wave 3 right here, and then from there you're gonna get back you're gonna get back here around the previous 4 and around the 23.6 and an extension 35.65 area, and then let's say it get back from there, and then it should get back to this Fibo area, to the 2618 of this one, that comes around 123.18, and then from there is when you're gonna get the biggest 4 and then from there is when you is gonna see the wave 5 that is gonna take probably the euro to 120. I don't say that this is the principal count, but I tell you guys, it's something to be in consideration, because when this happens to me about an hour ago, when I saw right here and I see that 134 broke to the downside, I start playing with the Fibos, and I figured out that this low right here is the 1.618 of this leg to the peak. So keep that in mind as a possibility. The RSI right here is reading on the daily 28.42, and this one read 33, and this one read 31. This is another of the reason why we still believe in the other count, but keep in mind, guys, this is possible. So keep in mind, draw your own opinions. We did a video yesterday on why a bounce coming, and right now we're doing one showing why maybe it's not coming. But right here you can count also like A, B, Z, W, like we did yesterday. So keep that in mind, but we're gonna have this possibility not that far in your mind. Keep it as a possibility, a real possibility here. Thanks, and hope you have a nice weekend, everyone.